Alright!
Actually, I'm not finished yet.
Wait, what? Nani? Really? I've got to get home. Smash Brothers to play. I need to get my piece in 15 minutes.
Sorry, but you've made it this far. You might as well stay for this too. So anyway, time to look at sequel. Super Mario Bros. 2, The Lost Levels. Wait, how long did you say it would be ready by? After the success of the game, Nintendo made an arcade game called vs. Super Mario Bros., which was like the original but with harder levels added to the mix, among other minor changes in the levels to gather up more money from the players. Seeing how people loved it, they quickly made a sequel for super players, or people who've mastered the original game, naturally calling it Super Mario Bros. 2. Released on the 3rd of June, 1986 in Japan for the Japanese exclusive add-on Famicom Disk System. It was also known as Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels everywhere else later, but I'll get to that later. There were plans to release this outside of Japan, but was ultimately rejected due to one problem. The game was too hard. Well, I haven't properly played the game all the way through before, but ha! Those people must be bad at Mario. Either that or I'm the master of all Mario platformers. Your choice, but I don't really believe the game is that hard. Well, either way, one thing that's lazy is how similar the game is to the original. I get that it's on the add-on of the console the first game was on, but take a look at Bubsy 1 and 2. If you compare the two, the sequel has a different look compared to the first game on the same console. And when I say that Bubsy did it better, you really have a problem. I mean, there are some changes like the ground, the clouds, bushes and trees, the power-ups, the text, but that's really it in terms of graphics. The music is exactly the same. Same soundtracks, sound effects, everything's the same. Well, except for the ending. It's been given an extra audio track and an extension. But really, that's it. The few big differences in the game is the poison mushroom. Touching it is like touching an enemy. It gives you damage. This is usually the point where people go on raging and has a massacre, but you can simply stay away from it. It isn't that hard to avoid. It's not like there's a lot of them flying everywhere. Same for the only new enemies, the red piranha plants. They basically come out pops faster, and unlike the original piranha plants, they still come out even when you're right next to them. Seriously guys, is this the main reason why the game's hard? That's and the bloopers can now fly. Okay then, at least I can jump on them. Actually, the main reason is the level design. Okay, I would admit, it's a bit hard, but I was able to make it through just fine. Oh. Oops. That was embarrassing. Shut up. In case you haven't figured it out, I don't own a Famicom nor the disk system. I'm playing this via the Wii U's Virtual Console, which means I'm playing an old game on a HD TV, hence HD lag. I occasionally hear people talk about HD lag when it comes to old games such as this, but I never noticed it until this game, in which I died a lot. And really, that's only occasionally.
Are you sure that's not your quote-unquote skills?
Do you really think I'll be stupid enough to just run off a platform like that?
Yes.
Anyway, most of the time, I have to get a running start and jump from the edge of a platform and just barely reach the other side, which is where the HD lag shows its dark side. And make sure you don't have a star power, because if you do, you won't be able to get to where you need to go, and you know what? I'm really stretching the sentence most of the time. Other times, it's timing your jumps with an enemy, which admittedly isn't too bad. The sprints? Ah! My god, those stupid sprints! No thanks, I'm stuffed! Not only do you have to time it with an enemy, but you have to get a running start and time it perfectly! And there are 2 entire levels filled with sprints, bottomless pits, and wind! Oh yeah, wind. That's another new mechanic. It's basically there to make sure that you never go back when doing some ridiculously brutal platforming. And let's not forget about the times when there's a dead end and you don't know what to do, only to find out that you're forced to find a hidden block to proceed. This isn't clever level design. You're forcing the player to find secrets. And speaking of physics... Wait, when was I talking about physics? Why did I write that? Remember those warp pipes in the original and how they were helpful? Well, they're here too. Along with the ones that send you backwards to a previous level.
But Retro, I thought you said you were the master and this game wasn't that hard.
I did, but I said, shut up! This is my first proper playthrough! Why don't you go ahead and play it?
I don't have the game. Plus I'm not crazy. Like you.
Shut up. I don't even know why. Actually, you may have a point there. Let's stop talking about the level design and talk about the glitches. There were glitches in the first game, yeah, but they were fun to explore and you had to get out of your way, like jumping exactly when you touch a power to gain a double jump, jump while ducking in just the right spot to go through those bricks, and go down the first wall pipe to be taken to the minus world, an inescapable level that loops till you die. There's also an Infinity 7-Up trick that you can do, but I can never do no matter how many times I try. Someone help me! In the lost levels, they come out of nowhere and they make your journey worse. Sometimes, and by that I mean nearly every single time, the sprint doesn't spawn, meaning that you have to die and hope that it's there next time. Remember the wind mechanic? Did you like it? No? Well, now it can push you through the blocks! And not to mention there's stuff like this. What the heck? I was holding right! There's not a lot of glitches there, but those ones are everywhere. I hate World 8. As if the game wasn't hard enough, there's a level that continuously loops until you hit that block in the hardest to reach placement ever to go up in the clouds and on to the next level. The level after that is pretty annoying, but the clouds level is a nice change of pace. I guess it's required for me to say something good in the game, so eh. But that's not the worst of it. Huh? What could be possibly worse than World 8? How about all of the castles? They're nothing but tight jumps and annoying fireball placements. And once you get game over, it's back to the start of the world you are currently on. You're probably saying this.
But Retro, the first game sends you back to the beginning. Give this game some credit for not doing that.
Yeah, but how did you...
I read the script.
Oh, wait, I could come up with sentences? And while yes, it does send you back to the first level of the world you're on, but you could do that in the original too. After game over, if you hold down A while pressing start on the telescreen, you'll be sent to a world you game overed on. The Lost Levels does give you a continue screen instead of having to rely on a cheat code, but that doesn't make the game any less brutal. Before I forget, instead of a 2-player option, you are now given the option to play as either Mario or Luigi. For those who don't know, I love Luigi. I said that while reviewing the first game, didn't I? This is important for him because it's the first game where we see his characteristics, with his higher jumps and teleportation. Now, this is going to be the first time in my life when I say, I don't want to play as him. Neither characteristics makes him a better choice. Sure, his higher jumps are helpful in some areas, but it can also lead to moments where you hit the ceiling, losing all of your momentum and speed, and die. And it's already bad enough with Mario's momentum on the ground, but with Luigi, it's almost a guaranteed death by a pit. And let me remind you that I'm having a problem with HD lag. If there's anything that makes the game bigger and, well, bigger, it's that there are actually more worlds to explore. First is World 9. How did you get to World 9? By beating the game without using the warp zones. I wonder if these count. I will say this though, World 9 isn't half bad. It's weird and questionable, but at least it's not. The first 2 levels are underwater levels in a ground setting. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like someone got bored and messed around with the engine, which resulted in this. The 3rd level is pretty boring. There's a cloud area with some coins, Bowser, next. The last level is just Japanese text saying thank you. And then, the world loops till you lose your life. You bet I am for going through this. It's easy, but after what I've been through, I needed it. Overall, not a bad reward. However, there's also World 8 to D. Want to know how to access them? By beating the game 8 times! 8! Granted, it's not in a row. The Famicom disk system saves how many times you've beaten the game, as indicated by the stars. But still, 8 times? Really? Is this necessary? Who has the patience to go through that?
Let me guess.
Yep, I decided to beat the game 8 times. 9 times actually, because I didn't know you had to hold down the A button at the title screen. Why didn't the internet say anything? So, World A, B, C, and D. They're all even harder. That's it. I'm done. So there you go. I've beaten the game and got to every single world. Something that most reviewers I've watched don't even bother to do. So, what do I think of this game? Well, I'd be lying if I said I enjoyed nothing from this game.
Wait, what?
It's frustrating and definitely not a good game by any standards, but it does what it was intentionally designed for. It was made for people who have mastered the original game. And I would say, after all my years of playing Super Mario Bros., it's definitely gotten easier. Except for World 8. And while I'm no master yet, I could probably make this game easier for me if I practiced.
Oh, well, not what I expected.
Yeah, I figured that. It would definitely be easier if I had the original hardware and game. Once I do, I might do a Let's Play and prove it to you. Or eat my own words, whatever happens. Just like Super Mario Bros., I recommend getting the All-Stars version. In addition to the changes with the first game, you start with 5 license territory, your progress is saved after every level instead of after every world, and you can access World A through D after beating the game once instead of 8 times, which is so much better! If you want to get the original, for some strange reason, you can download it off the Wii U's Virtual Console. So, this is Retrominimii, signing out. And while I don't like people coming in uninvited, he did make sure I didn't destroy the world while playing this, so... Go and check out Charles ZPA's channel. He's currently doing a Machinima series called Smash Region. And while it's no Smash Kid, I got some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, and by the way, Retro did take part in Smash Region. He did great, and I think it would be wise if y'all subscribe to me. If y'all can't get over how sexy my voice sounds, then you may come and check out my channel for more.
Sure. And also, another message to everyone who knew me in primary school. You'll call Mario a baby's game. Well, play this and say that statement again with a straight face. I dare you. Hi guys, it's your boy Retrominimii. I had a bit of a struggle with this one. The game was actually a lot harder than I was hoping it would be. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching, bye.